This channel is more successful right now than it's ever been before. So why do I feel like a failure? It's complicated, I guess, but I still want to get to the bottom of it. I'd like to share my thoughts on creating videos for YouTube and some of the struggles I've gone through building this channel, both to help others who may find themselves in a similar situation and for me to look back on in the future. For reference, this channel currently has just under 6,000 subscribers. I've uploaded 350 videos, mostly in the past year and a half, and I honestly love talking about video games with you all, playing demos and covering cool indie projects. There really is nothing I'd rather do. But the problem is, there's always been this underlying feeling that I'm a complete failure despite what the numbers tell me. I knew this was a pretty common occurrence. Imposter syndrome, always chasing the next big idea or trend, the grass is always greener, those sort of things. And I thought I'd be immune. No way I'd take even the smallest amount of success I've earned for granted. But here I am, feeling a little bummed out. By the way, I'm not saying any of this to try to get your sympathy or anything, just want to work through some of my own thoughts and feelings, while also using this as a way to motivate myself even further. I guess it all comes down to the negative stuff sticking out like a sore thumb and overshadowing all the good. Like if you get one rude comment in the sea of otherwise wonderful encouragement and insights, that's what you remember the most. And the YouTube analytics page really doesn't help things either. If you don't know, this website will show you just about every metric you could want when it comes to your viewers, videos, and channel, if you're feeling brave or foolish. So when I see a 7 out of 10 on the dashboard, it doesn't feel the best. And when my view spikes today aren't as high as they were yesterday, don't even get me started on the app version, which makes all this accessible anytime, anywhere. But when things are going particularly well, all of this will give you the most unbelievable rush of dopamine, or serotonin, or whatever the chemical is. So, to my future self, try to stay off your analytics page and just focus on the videos, please. If you're wondering about the background visuals, these are all game trailer edits I've made because sometimes I like to do stuff that's just purely creative. No research, no script or anything. Let's talk burnout. I've almost been there a few times, but have taken a day or two off, and luckily I've always woken up the next morning feeling refreshed and ready to go to work on the next project. I post a lot of videos, not because I feel like I need to feed the algorithm and continuously push out new content, but just because I can. My videos are quick, both in actual length and generally the time it takes to produce them. I don't want to spend tens of hours on a video because there are simply too many topics I want to cover. I finish one video and move on to the next, which I think is the healthiest way to go about this, because if instead you just sit back and analyze a video's performance, you might be disappointed. So instead, I've learned to jump into the next project immediately, a new idea to be excited about, and hey, maybe that last video will end up doing well too. If so, great. If not, make this next one even better. Because really, if I'm not doing something related to YouTube, playing a game, writing a script, scrolling through Itch or Steam, I just feel like I'm wasting my time. I want to put every ounce of energy and passion I have into no caps right now, today, because I know it will pay off in the future. And in some ways it already has. My writing has gotten a lot better, and I've learned that I actually really like to tell stories. I kind of almost got a job just because I covered a certain game and the developers saw it. I started a Patreon page and almost 50 people now support me over there. I've accomplished so much, shared my love of indie games with thousands of people, and I'm really starting to figure out my place, even if that means going against the grain. I make short videos about too many different topics to keep track of. My thumbnails don't necessarily look like everyone else's. I avoid negativity and all caps in my titles, even when I know it would get me more views. That's where the name No Caps comes from, by the way. I am successful, and I've never been more proud of myself. Before I go, I want to share with you one channel that I really look up to, Mortismal Gaming. It's funny because all the games they cover are actually pretty uninteresting to me. I don't think I'd ever play most of them, but it's the way these reviews are structured and the content delivered that always keeps me coming back. They post almost every day, and I watch almost every day. Simple as that. So if they can do it, so can I.